Hey y'all, welcome to my channel. My name is Latresa Renee. This video is going to be about a little bit about my NICU journey. My baby, my precious baby girl, she was born early due to me having preterm labor, complications due to incompetent cervix that was caused by an infection in the amniotic fluid that my OBGYN that I had at the time was not very helpful. That OBGYN, that doctor's office, all of it was a terrible experience. They neglected to listen to me. I requested an ultrasound 3 times after I had a hemorrhage in my placenta, my baby's placenta. I had a hemorrhage. I think I was probably around 11 weeks pregnant when I had this hemorrhage, and I actually thought I was going to lose my daughter. I haven't talked about this much with a lot of people, just a couple people that were very close to me, who are very close to me. It was a very traumatic experience, but after I had that, the OB stated that, because let me back up. I went to the ER because I really thought, like, when I seen all that bleed, I mean, it was a massive bleed, and I knew I was pregnant, so it was a massive bleed. I thought I was having a miscarriage. I rushed to the ER, and when I got there, I was just scared out my mind. But my baby was fine, thank God. So the next day, I went to the OB, and she didn't do any extra thing. She just talked to me. At first, she was like, well, "Oh, why are you coming in? I guess you just want to see me, huh?" Because I had already been there like 2 times prior for something else. But anyways, scratch all that. She ain't a good OB. However, at that appointment, the follow-up appointment that I made after I left the ER, which was for the next day, this lady was like, "Okay, when you come back in 2 weeks, I'll give you an ultrasound." I said, "Cool." So we can see if the hemorrhage gotten smaller, if my baby is doing okay with the hemorrhage, if it's healing or if it's tearing more, anything like that. This doctor's office, the week I was supposed to go, they shut down completely because for an entire week, I was supposed to go to my appointment the next day. I remember this because I was getting my nails done. It was on Monday. I was supposed to go to an appointment on that Tuesday. And I'm getting my nails done. Here it is, like almost 4:30 on Monday. And I'm like, I get a text message saying my appointment's been canceled. Like, what? And then I find out, like, I think I may have gotten a phone call, like a voice message that said the whole entire the doctor's office would be shut down on Tuesday, and then they would shut down Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday. Apparently they had some kind of breach, and they had no way to back up files or anything or see patients. See this video, this is me. I sometimes run off on a tangent, so forgive me. But this video was supposed to be about NICU, but apparently my spirit wants to talk about what led to my baby going to NICU. Anyways, I didn't get a chance to get in. So when I finally got an appointment again, I requested an ultrasound because I was supposed to have one, because I was still bleeding. And I'm trying to see if everything's okay. She denied me. She denied me 2 more times after that. Even after I complained about having pain, I called up there as well as left messages, because you do it in your patient portal. I saved those messages too, I did. But anyways, I let them know 3 times that I want an ultrasound because I started to have very bad pain. Like I could feel like very sharp kicks or hits or something against my cervix. And I was like, I don't think I was supposed to be feeling this because it was quite early. I was only like, at this time when I'm feeling all this, 4 months going into 5 months pregnant. Long story short, I ended up in the hospital with my daughter for over a month. My water broke, very scary experience. I had to have an emergency C-section. my daughter, she is okay. She didn't have any complications. I know, like in my earlier video, I said that she was on oxygen. She was on oxygen, of course, from day one because she came out so early. My daughter used to fit in my bra right here when she was born. It's just wild. Now I can hold her in my arms. She's a big baby, but it's just wild. But my NICU experience, of course, I have positives and negatives from this experience. I'll get into some of the negatives first. Just having a baby in NICU is like a negative experience. It's traumatic. I already went through a traumatic pregnancy. I went through a traumatic birth process. It's traumatic to leave the hospital after your C-section. I requested to go home 3 days after. Like, they were going to try to keep me a little longer. But I was just ready to leave because I had, mind you, been in the hospital in antepartum for over a month. And I was tired of hospital food and tired of nurses coming in every 2 hours or so to check my vitals or give me meds and stuff. But like when I left the hospital, like, okay, I have depression already, but my hormones were coming down, you know, off of the pregnancy hormones, and I bawled because it hurt knowing my baby was gonna be 45 minutes away from me when she really was supposed to still be inside of me. And yes, I blamed myself. I was so distraught with myself. I was upset with God too, but everything happens for a reason, you know. 2020 is hindsight. God did it for a reason, to make sure that she can make it into this world okay. But it hurts to leave her. I mean, I was coming down really depressed. After my C-section, about a week later, I started driving myself back and forth to Nashville from where I live to see my baby every single day. Only missed a couple of days, 2 days. One was because everybody kept saying to rest because I just had major surgery. And the second time, I was extremely exhausted because I was traveling back and forth and still was healing from my C-section. And then it was pouring down raining that day. And it probably wouldn't be very wise if I'm hurting from a C-section scar to drive that distance in pain. But anyways, scratch all that. The NICU experience, negative experience, is 1, leaving your baby there. That's hard. 2, seeing your baby intubated, you know, having oxygen, being in an incubator. That was one of my worst fears. Even before I got pregnant, I didn't want to see anything like that. But those were life-saving mechanisms, and I thank God for them. Another thing is watching other people take care of your child and feeling helpless. Honestly, that was very hard because, I mean, I'm thankful. Don't get me wrong. I'm thankful for the nurses and OT, PT, all they did, you know, RTs and things. I'm thankful for them. I really am. But it was just hard to come down there to the hospital and watch other people take care of your child, or knowing that other people have to take care of your child when you're not there, like making sure she's being loved on. You know, they do what's called hand hugs when they're very small. Changing a diaper, they took her temp, administering any type of meds that she may have had in the beginning. That was difficult. Some days it was hard for me to process, and depending on the nurse that you have, sometimes your personalities don't mesh well. So I had to deal with stuff like that. I mean, I'm not getting into any of the real details, but I'm just letting you know that it was a difficult journey. Now, the positives out of the NICU journey. Okay, of course, thank God my baby is alive and well. She's here. She's healthy, no issues. She came home, like I said, on no oxygen. She didn't have really any negative, like, physical abnormalities or any kind of diseases or being delayed or anything like that. She didn't have any type of medical issues, thank God, because there's nothing but God. Took a lot of prayer. Even on the days I couldn't pray to God. A lot of people who love us had our backs. But her being here is the number one positive thing. I gotta say, like, shout out to Nurse Kim. Kim M. She know who she is. For being there for me. She is one of the nurses. It was a few nurses that I got to know because my daughter was there for 3 months. But Kim M. She has gone through this before, and she became a nurse, a NICU nurse. So she already went through this process with her child in the past. She was there to hug me, love on me, give me advice. I actually met her. It's weird. I actually met her in antepartum. She just knocked on my door one night and came in and brought me a book. But I really appreciate her. I appreciate Nurse Allison. Nurse Reagan, who held my baby down when, the day shift, when she first came out of the womb. Nurse Hayden, he held my baby down when she was real little, when the first night she came out. Yeah, I remember meeting him. Me and my mom met him, and he was such a sweetheart. He has a passion, a true passion, for these babies. And her NICU doctors were amazing too. They are amazing. I only met 3 because I only thought it was 3 because they do long shifts and things like that for weeks, rotating every 3 weeks or something like that, and sometimes every 1 week. I don't know, but I only thought she had 3 NICU doctors. I only met 3, so. But apparently it's more on shift. I think they got 5, I was told, before we were discharged. But the doctors were amazing. Goodness. I know the 3 that she had listened to me cry, because it was a lot of times to cry. Listen to my frustrations, answer questions. I can't say one thing about being a NICU parent. Please advocate for your baby. Don't just sit down and just let anything go. Ask questions. Advocate for your child. If you're wondering, for me, for instance, I was wondering, why is she still on low flow oxygen? Can't she breathe? Low flow is just a little puff in one nostril. Because she had a feeding tube in the other one. And the reason why she had a feeding tube was because she was still developing and she couldn't take all her bottles yet. But anyways, just advocate. Please advocate for your baby. Ask questions. They are the nurses, the staff, OTPT, RT, the doctors are there to help. But I can say the positive thing about that, besides my daughter being alive and well, the staff. The staff really, some of them really, really and truly have your back. And I cannot forget Nurse Sabrina. Oh, such a sweetheart. I know some of these people probably ain't gonna never see this, but she was such a sweetheart. And Nurse Brittany, I believe. Oh God, Bridget, not Brittany. Her name is Bridget, Nurse Bridget. I'm bad with names. Nurse Bridget, she's so cool. Yeah. But yeah, the NICU journey was hard. It was difficult. I don't wish it on anybody. I don't care if it's just for one night. I don't wish it on anybody because it's hard to endure. And I did not tell a lot of people about what was going on. I'm a very private person, but somehow I feel like God may want me to tell people about this journey, even though there's hundreds, thousands of videos probably online. about NICU and experiences like this. I'm just gonna put mine out there, even though I'm a very private person. This had to happen for a reason, and not just on my behalf for me to just go through this. I had to go through this at least to help somebody else out, or let them know that it's gonna be okay. You know, just keep the faith. And it's hard. I'm not gonna lie to you. It's hard to keep the faith. It's hard. It was, at least for me, it was hard. Because while I was going through the pregnancy and having so many complications and ending up in the hospital and my water break and having my baby early and her being in NICU, I was questioning God the entire time. I know you're not supposed to. I know you're not supposed to, but excuse me, I'm human. And God knows. God knows me. He created me. But I was questioning him because I was just like, so many doctors had told me for so many years that I wouldn't be able to get pregnant on my own. And I did. No medication, no type of intervention, nothing except God. That was God that gave me my daughter. Because I didn't know I was pregnant. I was telling friends that I was sick. I was looking up symptoms about food poisoning for weeks. And I was asking Dr. Google, why is it taking me so long to get over food poisoning? I mean, I thought I had a parasite or something. I didn't know what was going on because I ate Toots chicken. I ate chicken from Toots. I had some chicken wings one night because I was craving them. And I was craving some fried pickles. Now, I don't know if the fried pickles had anything to do with it, but I was blaming my symptoms on the chicken wing. I was like, man, they gave me food poisoning. I think that review is still up on Google about Toots. I need to take it down because it wasn't their fault when I was pregnant. But I really thought I had food poisoning. I was just saying, like, Dr. Google online was saying, like, food poisoning usually lasts 24 to 48 hours. And I'm like, we still pay it. So I was like, what kind of mess I got going on here? And come to find out, like, my sister Lucretia was like, just take a pregnancy test. My mom even asked me. Mothers know. Just to let you know. My mom asked me once I was pregnant. I was like, no, I had a period. Like, ain't no way. But I had symptoms. I was just like, in my mind, like, in denial that I was pregnant because I had been told by so many doctors, even a fertility specialist back when I was married. I'm divorced now, happily divorced. A fertility specialist years ago told me that I wasn't going to be able to have a baby on my own because I don't ovulate on my own, which apparently is a lie. I apparently do ovulate because she's here. But anyways, I'm just going on to say that just keep the faith. It's difficult, but it's good to have a spiritual guide, spiritual partner, to keep you on track. Lucretia, she prayed for me. She listened to me cry. She sent me biblical stuff, even when I did not want to listen to it. I mean, have you somebody in your corner like that? Because she's truly God's. She's truly God's sent. I can truly say that. Out of everybody during my difficult pregnancy, she was there for me the most. So I'm saying, just have you somebody in your corner. I will never forget everything that she has done for me. But yeah. You probably hear my little girl waking up right now, but yeah, I just wanted to give a little tidbit about my NICU journey. It's difficult, but God is amazing. God truly showed me better than he could tell me to trust in him, that he does indeed work miracles, because my daughter is a miracle in every sense, way, shape, meaning of the word. From her conception to the NICU and to being here at home with me. But yeah, and I got emotional, and this has ran long, and I know people don't like long videos, but if anybody has stuck with me, they almost 21 minutes. Thank you for listening, and please like and subscribe to my YouTube channel at Latresa Renee, and you can also follow me on TikTok. I do have a new TikTok now. I no longer have the other one. I deleted that due to that basically being just for me to promote hair and things that I'm not doing anymore and promoting my books. So now you can follow me on TikTok at Toots Mama. Toots_Mama. There we go. Yeah, it's brand new, it's fresh, so I had to, get it in my mind about that one, because I still kind of want to say my other YouTube name, but yeah. Thanks for the listening, and please subscribe. Bye.